on top of the world. The true north, strong and free. Our government has been inspired by this vision from the beginning. Today we step boldly forward to realize it fully. Hope for our children and our grandchildren. Opportunity for all Canadians. A prosperous future for our beloved country. So said the Harbour government. My beloved country would not tolerate such a budget that cuts 20,000 jobs of the public service. My beloved country will not tolerate a government that will not provide a single dollar to increase our public transit, to build affordable housing. And my beloved country will not have a government that would take a bold step backwards. How? To cut the transfer to our provincial government so that our provincial government has less money for welfare, our provincial government has less money for our post-secondary education, less money for health care, meaning that we will have fewer doctors and fewer nurses. That is not my beloved country. Now, it's said that to realize hope for our children and grandchildren. Hope? What jails represent is despair. Jail represents the end of the road for a lot of young people, especially, because these young people grew up with very little hope. They grew up in communities where there is poverty, where they don't feel they are included. They grow up in communities like Athawapiskat that don't even have a school. They don't have clean water, no housing, no heat. What kind of hope are we talking about? And then it talks about here opportunity for all Canadians. All Canadians? What about those young people that cannot find a job? What about those Canadians that have been lured to come to this country where they cannot get their credentials recognized? They cannot find the first job, first Canadian jobs, because their skills are not being recognized in Canada. They've been drained out from their country. What kind of opportunity is it? What kind of opportunity when we put all our money on fighter jets, on F-35s, billions of dollars on fighter jets and nothing left for people? That's not opportunity. Now, it said that a prosperous future. Well, a prosperous future for the CEOs. Yeah, the last I checked, Enbridge, the CEO Patrick Daniels got $8.1 million in their salary. This does not include his bonuses and his shares. Rogers got another, his salary is $8.6 million. I say his, it's all his. Suncor, $9.1 million, the CEO. The Bank of Montreal CEO got $10.2 million. Oh my God, they need more money. They need more opportunity. They need more investment. They need all of you to sacrifice more. Don't you understand? You need to sacrifice more. You need to give more. You need to, you, taxpayer, not paying your fair share. Right? You need to pay more so these CEOs can get more in their corporate tax cuts. That's what it's all about. True North, strong and free. Oh my gosh. I don't even know where to start. You know, it's their, okay, I'm a politician, but let me talk about their agenda. It's about fear. Right? That's what the prison's about. It's about despair. Again, that's what prison's about. It's about anger. That's what fighter jets are about. We actually think that building homes, that's where love grows. We believe in building affordable housing. That's hopeful. We believe in investing in young people, in cleaning up our environment, in stopping climate change. That's really hopeful. We believe in an optimistic government. And speaking about being strong and free, I believe in a beloved country where we are strong in our resolve, that we will be free of this Harper government one day. We are strong because we know when we come together, we have the power to make that change. We know when we are governed by love, hope, and optimism, that we will get rid of this government. We will change this government so we can finally get our beloved country back. Yes. Thank you so much.
Toronto, Toronto.
Subways, subways, subways.
Toronto, Toronto, Toronto.
You're good at this. You played this before. I think that's pretty cool. So, you know, Rob is a hard-working politician. There's no one that will actually be better at him in I call it glad handing. He's really good. He works a room, and before you know it, you've got 50 business cards in your pocket. And you're like, wow, I got to call this guy. I've got 50 business cards from him to me. I got to call him. So, but he loves the people of Toronto. And he especially loves the people of Toronto who happen to be subway lovers, car drivers, and straight people. Yeah. It's true. I think he loves straight people. Now, while we're on the topic of straight people, anybody going to Pride this year? Woo! Oh, there's so few of us. Anyone going to Pride this year? So you may have heard that the mayor didn't quite get to Pride last year. That's okay. That's okay. He was busy. He had to deal with his family. There was a cottage. Cannot judge. It was Canada Day weekend. It's a long-standing family tradition. Now, it just so happens that Pride has now moved back to the original weekend, which is the last Sunday of every June, right? The Stonewall weekend. So, I'm hoping, and I think you want to see him there too. I'm hoping. Spotlight? No, I really want to see the mayor of Pride. I think he's got to be the mayor of all people. And I know that Mel Lastman, who was our first mayor to march in Pride, his son Dale said to him, Dad, if you're going to be the mayor of all people, you got to go and march in Pride. And Mayor Lastman did just that. Now, I've said to the mayor, Mayor, you want to be the mayor of all people? We'd like to see you at Pride. Because if you don't come to Pride, Pride's going to come to you. So, now I know that Now Magazine offered to airlift him from his cottage to Pride so he can march in the parade. Hand out his business cards. So he offered to do that. So I'm wondering if Now Magazine, who I think is really wealthy, the socialist rag, I wonder if Now Magazine will airlift all of us to the cottage to celebrate the mayor. We gotta make some phone calls. I think we can happen. I'm pretty sure it can happen. So this is the state of our city in a very short little rant. I know it's going to get better because it has to get better. We're feminists here. We always like to bitch and complain and say things about patriarchy and smash the state. But really, I think each and every one of us loves Toronto. And you and I are going to work together to make this a better city, where your neighborhoods are going to be green and clean, prosperous, where everyone is equal, and we're living in a sustainable environment that makes sense as we ride our fancy streetcars.